All right, so today I'm outside and I'm having problems with my MacBook. And for some reason, my MacBook will not charge. So this is what happens when I plug it up. Let you see. So when I plug it up, it's bright outside. But when I plug it up, I'm getting I don't know if you can see at all, but it's little green light just flickers. So the green light is flickering and won't come on. So hit the power button, nothing. It won't come on. So I'm about to do a little troubleshoot and find out what the nature of the problem is. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this over. All right, I'm gonna turn this over and try to find out what the issue is. I got some information on the back of there, which I'll take that off. All right, so I'm gonna take this off. I got some tools. That I ordered online. I got some pretty good screwdrivers in it. So I'm gonna open this up and try to find the problem. Got a really good screwdriver here that I got when I was working on my iPhones. The first thing you want to do is you want to unplug this because you don't want to get electrocuted or you don't want to fry the board in the MacBook. And remember where you get your screws from. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 screws in the bottom of this. And I'm kind of old school, so I don't have the fancy drill or screw, whatever thing they have. But like I said, see, these screws here are longer than the other screws. So kind of remember where you get them at, where you take them out at. And I feel like I'm about to strip this out. And I don't want to strip anything out because it's kind of hard to maintain it when you do. So I'm just going to continue to take the screws out, trying to remember where I'm getting them from. And like I said, this is an issue to where I plug in my MacBook and it won't charge, and the green light only flashes. I'm sitting outside, so as you can see, there's a bird nest somewhere over me. So I'm not going to bother the birds. It's a beautiful day outside, so decided to do this outside. All right, so now that I got the screws out, I want to be careful that I don't touch anything with a metal screwdriver, anything like that, and just kind of ease this off. All right, so that's the plate. Ooh, plate's a little dusty. So battery's dusty. All right, so this right here is your entire inside of your MacBook. That's your hard drive, your CD-ROM, DVD player. This is your motherboard, your fan. I don't think this thing has ever been cleaned. This is your memory. your memory in it. This thing right here is your battery. This is your battery. This is what I'm thinking of why it probably won't charge. See, there's a little break right here on a bracket, but that should not be affecting why it won't charge. So, like I said, I'm gonna do some troubleshooting. So the first thing I want to do is I want to see if the battery is where we start at because of the charging. Notice the charge terminal is right here. So you know there's a serial port right here, and this battery thing, that is a 3-prong. That's a special screwdriver. Let me see if I have anything to fit this. But that is for a special screwdriver. And like I said, I ordered iPhone because I did some iPhone changing out the screens on iPhones. So I have this screwdriver here. It have 3 prongs that'll probably fit this. It fit right in there. Fit right in there. This is not a regular screwdriver. This has 3 prongs on it. It's kind of like a Phillips head, but it's not a Phillips head. And notice this screw right here is longer on this side than this screw is. So once again, don't want to mix my screws up. All right. So now I want to try to lift this battery up without actually ruining anything. And this battery's a little heavy. All right, so now I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin anything. So I want to see what the pattern is of how this is in there. Okay. So I pulled that off gently because you don't want to break it. It looked like it was glued down on there. So I'm going to push that back in there. Because like I said, I don't want to ruin anything or break anything, especially on the battery. And like I said, it won't charge, but you know, with the battery being such an important part of this MacBook, you know, you don't want to damage anything. And I gotta push that back in. Try not to ruin anything. Trying to snap it back in. Like I said, it looked like it was glued down, but don't force anything because you don't want to break anything. All right, I also have a little tool here. I have a little tool here that I'm gonna try to pry this little cable out. See, I got a plus and a minus on this. So that's a positive and a negative charge. Let me see if I can just pop this up. Yep, I think that's gonna be the way to go. Just pop this battery off. There it is, just pop that battery off of there. See what just snaps down on there. All right. And I think I got that, when I did that, I got that little piece still out. I'm gonna try to push that back down in there. Yep, I got that little piece back down in there. So, you know, just try to blow that and make sure that's clean. All right, so the only thing I'm gonna really try to do right here is, I'm just gonna try to take this off and put it back on. All right, so there was a broken piece on here. All All right, so now I'm just gonna put it back on and see if we can get some activity out of this charger. So how about that? It came on. Look at that. Look at that light come on. So now it is once again charging again. And there was a problem with this battery terminal, this battery cable. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it back together. The fan turning, everything is on and activated. Really do need a cleaning though. So I'm gonna unplug it and I'm gonna put all the screws back in. And remember where your screws come from. You know, we had a short screw here. If I can get that on there. Don't want to be missing any parts, and we got a long screw here. Very important. If you have issues with and not knowing the diagram of how stuff is taken apart and put back together, just take a picture of it before you get started moving stuff. All right, now back with this plate. Putting the plate back on. And go back to my Phillips head. Gotta know where all my screws come from. And I know some people go to a computer shop, or they'll go buy a new battery and spend a ton of money because they don't really know anything about computers or technology. But most of the time, if you just find your old computer to where you can take it apart and kind of experiment a little bit. They all kind of have the same patterns on the inside. They all kind of have the same pattern. So if you've taken one apart, you know they kind of all built the same. It's just the processor and all that in the inside that you spend most of the money on. So make sure you try not to strip any screws out. All right, now that I have all the screws in, have all the screws back in, kind of see that my light is still on from the little charge that I had. Had that little broken piece on the battery right there, but it's back on. Shaking it, don't hear any loose parts. All right, now let's try this again. Let's try plugging it up. As you can see, green light. Green light. It's back on. Well, it was a green light, but it's not flickering and blinking, and it's charging. All right, so until next time, appreciate you watching the video. Yeah, it's me doing it. So like, subscribe to my YouTube channel.